guys, and welcome to the Phoenix Rising podcast. I am your host, Ashley Drummonds, and I do not have a video for you today. I'm so sorry. I know you guys really like the video and that it's live because it makes you feel more connected. I just did not have my computer with me today, and I am driving around all over the place and had this whole podcast episode ready to go and really wanting to talk about it. And I didn't want to miss the opportunity. So today is all just audio, but that does not devalue everything that I'm going to say. Fair warning, this podcast might be a little bit fiery and feisty today, but know that it is all coming from the most genuine place of love, of me wanting you to be your happiest, your most authentic, your most inspired and empowered self. So if it seems like I'm a little feisty and frustrated, it's because I am, but not because I'm upset. More so just because I know what we are all capable of and what you are capable of. And when people give away their power or give away the opportunity to just be their selves and be their best selves, it fires me up because the only reason we ever do that is in fear. So that's what we're going to talk about today. The topic. It's so funny because I thought about how do I say, because what I want to say is get out of your head, get your shit together, quit making excuses, step into your power and do what you know you need to do. But I was like, oh, that's a really long title. I can't really say that. So I felt like the title of You Are Not Powerless, Get Out of Your Head kind of summed up what we're going to talk about. There has been, I don't know about y'all, but there has been really heightened energy lately. Everybody. I feel like everybody I talk to is feeling anxious. People are having anxiety attacks. They're feeling stressed out, overwhelmed, paranoid, having weird things happen. I have also been having the same experience. I feel, and I've been saying this for months for people, I feel like there is a big shift happening right now. It feels, I think there's always, I think there's a shift that's been happening, but it feels like there's bigger shifts. It feels like it started around beginning of May, maybe mid-April, beginning of May. And then it feels like we are right in the middle of a lot of things shifting and changing. And it seems, or if I had to guess, I feel like July is really when everything is going to solidify and things are going to come together. All these shifts, people are going to be in new positions, new opportunities, new homes, new relationships, new whatever, based on what you did or did not do the first half of this year. So what I mean by that is, life always gives us these different opportunities to make different choices, react differently, choose different people, circumstances, thoughts, belief systems. And when we do that, it naturally is going to reorganize and reorchestrate the things in our lives to align with this new stuff. So the last few months, one, a new year always brings us on. But secondly, just what's going on right now, so many things are changing. And the problem is, and why I am I got super fired up about doing this episode. The problem is so much shit is changing that people are getting scared, and what they're doing is they are acting out of their fear instead of remembering your power lies within you. You are not powerless. Yes, there's a lot of things happening. Yes, there's a lot of things shifting. Yes, you probably don't really know the outcome of a lot of situations in your life right now, but you are not a victim. You are not a child. You are responsible for your own well-being. You are responsible for the energy that you bring into every room and every situation that you are in. But when you continue to feed off of fear, feed your energy into that, you are just going to amplify that, and you're not contributing to the issues that are already going on. So with everything that's happening, it's been so ridiculous and so obvious to me of how many people are getting scared. What happens when people get scared? They cling. What happens in a relationship when somebody's scared that their partner is going to cheat or leave them? All of a sudden, that partner gets really clingy and needy and they latch on because they're scared. What happens when you're scared of losing a friendship? What happens when you're scared of losing a job? you cling, you attach to it. So what's happening now is people are getting scared and they're deeply wanting security and safety and comfort and stability and some sort of knowing like, all right, a lot of shifting and moving and changing is happening, but I need to know like it's going to be okay. I need something to like latch onto. And the problem is people are latching on to things and people and situations outside of themselves instead of going within and latching on to what's inside of yourself and ourselves. If you continually latch onto the things outside of yourself, you will continually be a victim of your circumstances in life. So people are like jumping from their own independent belief systems to now they're like hardcore into some, who knows what. Maybe they're hardcore into like a specific religion. Maybe they're hardcore into a specific regimen or diet that they're just like nuts about. Like, who knows? Because that's what people do, is when they're scared and they're seeking safety, they have to find something to cling to because they are not comfortable in sitting in the space of the unknown. The issue that's happening and what I think is causing a lot of people the anxiety is 90% of our population is reacting to all this change by further putting energy into fear. It's just like everybody's talking about the shit that's going on. Everybody's talking about how like what's happening in the world. Everybody's talking about like all the problems that are happening. Everybody's talking about how crazy things are, how scared they are. And it's like, I just reached this point this weekend where I was over this bullshit. And here's what I mean by that. Everything that you are experiencing, I am experiencing, we are experiencing as a collective is 100% valid. Yes, shit has gotten weird. Yes, there's some weird stuff going on in our world right now. Yeah, life is shifting. People are getting divorced. People are getting married. People are breaking up. People are getting sick. People are losing jobs. People are losing money. People are losing friendships. People are totally changing their entire trajectory in life. But what are you doing to continue to move to a higher path and make the change that we all need to happen? If you are one of the people that continue to talk about all the shit and participate in this low energy, negativity, fear-based, scarcity-based, lack mindset, all you are doing is contributing to that energy and making it bigger, which is counterproductive to any change happening. So you are not powerless. Quit making excuses. Like, I am just so over all of the excuses, mine included. If you are overweight and your health has gone down the drain, there is always going to be something. There is always going to be somebody's event, somebody's birthday, somebody's trip, somebody's something to give you a free pass to not have to do the work that you need to do. Always. Oh, I was going to start eating cleaner and cutting out alcohol this weekend, but it's my friend's birthday party, so I'm going to start that next weekend. And then what's going to happen? Next weekend's going to come around like, oh, I'm actually traveling this weekend, so I can't do that. So let me start it the week after that. Then that's going to come around. Then it's the holidays. Then it's something else. Then you're not feeling good. Like, it's always going to be something. Take this and apply it to whatever situation in your life you continue to stay in that is not working for you. You are acting as if you are powerless and that everything outside of you is dictating your circumstances. It's the same thing with relationships. I actually told somebody this the other day. Not in a rude way, but in a very loving, like, listen, I love you. I care about you. And all I genuinely want is for you to be happy. And it was in regards to a relationship that they appeared to be unhappy in for a very long time. And I said, I have been listening to you tell me how unfulfilling this relationship is, how unhappy you are in it, how you feel like you're just going through the motions, how you guys don't really have much of a connection, how you kind of feel alone in the relationship. I have been listening to you tell me this for years. As your friend, as somebody who cares about you and wants you happy, at this point, if you are not going to do anything about it, then you need to stop talking about it. because you are pretending like you are the victim and you have no power. But the problem is, and here's where all of us have to take responsibility, is when we continue to be the quote unquote nice person and people pleaser because we don't want to tell people the truth out of fear that we might lose that friendship or lose that connection, we are disempowering them. And we are enabling them in their own victimhood mindset. So in this situation, I have the opportunity to, one, empower myself, because let's be honest, it's super draining when you have somebody who complains all the time and they do nothing about it. So I can empower myself and be like, you know what? These conversations suck. These conversations suck. You're not actually doing anything about it. You're just making excuses. By me sitting here listening to it and being available and participating in this, I am allowing you to continue to do that. But we are friends because you have told me you want to be your best self. You have told me all these ambitions and dreams. I am not being your friend if I don't say something. And I would want the same thing in return. And then at that point, that friend either has a choice. They can either react and retaliate and throw a temper tantrum because, oh my God, my friend just called me out on my bullshit. How insensitive. Like, now I'm going to go find somebody else to complain to. That's really what it is. Or they're going to appreciate, like, hey, thank you for just giving me some tough love and being honest and telling me those things, because you're right. I have been sitting in this situation for years and not doing anything about it. And the only person who can change it is me. And all I've been doing is complaining and making excuses. That's the thing, is it's like relationships, diets, fitness, nutrition. I am not going to be here to listen to your excuses when you tell me, I want to be happier, I want to be healthier, I want this, I want that. You tell me you want these things, but your actions are different. You want a better world. You want more intimate relationships. You want vulnerability and empathy and connection in the world. Well, let me ask you this. Are you actually doing anything to create that in the world? Or are you just complaining how it doesn't exist? Are you creating intimacy and vulnerability and connection in your friendships and relationships? Or are you complaining about how you don't have it? Are you making yourself available for vulnerability and intimacy? If you're tired of everything that's fear-based, if you're tired of everybody's drama, are you doing what you need to do to change the vibration and change the energy? Or are you also continuing to now mimic it, but in a different way, by complaining about the drama, creating your own drama? You have to be disciplined enough to pay attention to when your energy is drained, or when you are not in a situation that is making you happy, or it scares you, or you feel fear. Take back your power and make the changes necessary to change everything that is in your life. Like, I had a conversation the other day with some people that do weightlifting with me at the gym. And actually it was about kind of this conversation of, why do you know what you need to do, but you don't do it? And there's a lot of reasons for this. Like, if you're tired of the drama, why do you keep participating in it? Well, because it's better than being alone. Because deep down, you want love and acceptance, like we all do. And as long as you're participating in drama, at least it gives you some sort of connection and you're not totally alone. Why do you participate in your same habits? Because it's comfortable, because it's familiar. You know what life is like in your current habits. Every single day, you wake up and you make choices that either move you forward towards the life that you want, or it keeps you in the same movie that you have been watching. You also make choices whether you're going to stand out or whether you're going to conform, sacrifice what you really want in order to blend in. Instead of putting so much energy and attention on everybody else, fitting in, going with the crowd, blending in, getting love and acceptance, instead of putting all your energy on these other people and things outside of yourself, learn to love and accept yourself first. Then none of that other stuff is going to matter. When you love and accept who you are and you understand the power, the connection, the safety, the comfort, the security that you are deeply seeking all lies within you. When you realize that, and the only way you're going to realize that is by spending time alone with yourself. But when you realize that, everything else loses its power over you. It doesn't matter what's going on in the economy. It doesn't matter the drama that's around you. It doesn't matter what other people are doing or saying, because you no longer are continuing to give your energy away to that. So stop. Stop with your own excuses. Your excuses are real. That's the thing. Your excuses are real. Yeah, sometimes it is really, really hard to make change. Sometimes it is really scary and you're terrified. Sometimes you have more fear and adrenaline running through you than you know how to handle. Sometimes you're totally clueless. Like, yeah, it's fucking scary. It's that way for everybody, but you have a choice. You have a choice to take that energy that you feel and use it to make changes and empower yourself, or you can be a coward and let it overpower you, and you can continue to stay in your circumstances exactly as you are. Like I said, I don't say this like to make you feel bad. I don't say this to make you feel like a piece of shit. I say this to remind you because I am so tired of seeing everybody walk around as if there's nothing you can do to change your life, to change your health, to change your relationship in your friendship. You have everything that you need within you. You have all of it. And if you would just take the time to sit with that knowledge and that truth, you could literally change your life and do anything that you want. Now, part of this, what's happening is there's a fine line between being empathic and compassionate with yourself and with others, but then to the point where, okay, now are you sitting too much in the emotional part of your story that you're not realizing like you can actually do something about it? It's the balance of the masculine and the feminine. There's the feminine so we all have both, like you've heard me talk about before. There's the feminine that is our like sitting back, allowing, feeling, going with the flow. It's the softer side. It's where we kind of retreat and we relax. And then there's the masculine side that moves us forward. It gets things done. It's the worker side. When those are out of balance though, you either find yourself exhausted because all you're doing is working, or you find yourself feeling stuck because you're just sitting in your emotions and your story. So you have to learn, and nobody can do this but you. Like, you can listen to this podcast, you can take this information, and you can be like, okay, I need to get my shit together, get out of my head, and do something about this. Or you can take this information and continue to keep living life the way that you are. But you got to do something. Right or wrong, make a choice. You don't know if a choice is right or wrong until you've made it. And the beautiful thing about life is if you make the wrong choice, life is self-correcting. It will fix it for you. So quit being so paralyzed by fear and feel it, but then move through it. This isn't about cutting things off. Like, this isn't about not feeling fear. This isn't about not feeling scared. This isn't about like running away from all of it. This is about sitting with it. Like, all right, here's what I feel right now. And I do this all the time. If I feel an emotion that's like basically like not literally paralyzing my body, but makes me feel paralyzed, like anxiety, adrenaline, grief, sadness, whatever it is very easy to busy yourself and distract yourself from it. The problem with that is that doesn't go away. It will come back when you get still or when you go to sleep. So when I feel that, instead of making choices of trying to escape that, I have had to learn and discipline myself to go somewhere quiet, whether it's my bedroom, whether it's a park, my car, I put both my hands on my chest. I close my eyes. I figure out where I feel that emotion in my body. Is it in my chest? Is it in my stomach? Is it in my arm? Is it in my head? Wherever it is. And I just breathe into it and I acknowledge it and I feel it in order to remind myself it's just a feeling. It's just an emotion. It has no control over you. It's just here communicating with you and it will pass. Whatever needs to come up can come up because I know that I can handle it. Whatever that thing is, and people are always trying to suffocate their emotions. Always. Everybody wants to just get rid of it, but it's like if you would just sit with it, see what's behind that. What's behind the fear? What's behind the grief? What's behind the anxiety, the sadness, the unknown, the desperately seeking love and acceptance? What is behind all of that? And then when you acknowledge that, you feel a little lighter, you can breathe a little easier, and then you can make new choices from a more grounded place. But bringing it back to the beginning, you have to sit with yourself in order to do this. Like the amount of time everybody spends with other people on social media, in texting, always on the phone, socializing, I'm not even participating in it and I'm watching other people do it and I'm like, God, it's exhausting. It's 7 days a week and you've been around other people socializing nonstop. But it's like the second you get alone, people are like, oh, I got to get on my phone. Oh, I got to call somebody. Oh, I got to do this. Why? You want everybody else to fix things for you when the only person who can fix it is yourself. Quit acting like a victim in your situations in life. Quit acting like you can't change your work situation. Quit acting like you can't grow some balls and leave your relationship or do what you need to do to fix your relationship. Quit acting like it's everybody else that's draining your energy and instead cut off those people. Get them out of your life. Tell them bye or don't tell them bye. Just cut it off. You are responsible for this. Nobody else is going to do it for you. And that's the problem is people sit around and wait around wanting I want my friend to change. Well, they may change or they may not change. If it's been 10 years, they're probably not going to change. If it's just a first fight, well, then maybe. Yeah. Maybe your spouse is going to change. Maybe your partner is going to change. But you keep doing all these things. But what are you doing to change your reaction to these things? Because as long as you continue to act the same and react the same to these situations, you are going to find yourself repeating everything almost like Groundhog Day, like you're sitting in the Truman Show, because you, my dear listener, have not done anything to change. Now, I do want to address sometimes there are pieces of the puzzle that are outside of our control. It doesn't mean that you have no control. Just some of the details may be outside of your control. What do I mean by that? Let's say you want to find a new job. You're recognizing right now, you're like, Ashley, you're right. I have been complaining about this for a long time and I've done nothing about it but complain about my boss, complain about my work, complain about my colleagues and the pay that I'm not getting, but I haven't actually done anything to change that. I just want them to do the change for me. Let's say that's where you are. And you're like, wow, God, she called me out of my own bullshit. You can now take all that energy that you've been using to complain and act like you are a powerless child, which you are not, and empower yourself and start using that exact same energy to think about how much do I want to make? What kind of job do I want? And moving in that direction. Now, the parts that are outside of your control and where you have to surrender some of this to life is the details of when it happens and how it's going to happen. Same thing with a relationship. If you want a relationship or you want to get out of a relationship, you can stop putting your energy into the situation that you no longer want and shift your energy into what you do want, but you have no control over the timing or the how. So keep that in mind. If you have done all that work and you're just sitting in the how and the timing, you leave that to the universe. You do everything you can in your power. And then when you have done everything that you can, then you surrender that. All of this is really just an energy shift. It's not about doing more. It's not like I'm asking you to do more of something. What I'm really asking you to is do less of what's not working and what's not doing anything. That's it. It's just kind of like pulling the rope back in that you keep throwing all your energy out to. Like, no, I'm not asking you to throw more rope, which is going to make you more tired. I'm just telling you to stop throwing the rope out to those energy places. That's it. I'm not asking you to work out 1,000,000 times a day. I'm asking you to just shift instead of sitting and being on social media for 30 minutes. Just go take a walk for 30 minutes. It's an energy transfer and energy shift. You're swapping things out. And I've always said this, if you ever want to change a habit, if you ever want to change anything, it's not going to last if you just take things away and you have this void. You have to swap it out. It's kind of like just exchanging, like, all right, so drinking 5 nights a week isn't super healthy. But if I just have this empty space with nothing there, I'm probably going to fall back into that old habit. So let me fill that time and space with something that moves me forward to what I really want and how I really want to feel. So think of it in that way, like friendships too. Like you don't have to totally like be a loner. I mean, you can. There's nothing wrong with that. You don't have to be a loner though. You can just swap it out of like, you know what? Let me spend less time with the people who are draining and let me spend more time with the people who make me feel inspired and light and empowered. So if you get overwhelmed and you feel like you got to change your whole life, think of it. It's just changing the channel. You're still listening to the radio. You're just listening to a better station. You're still hanging out and doing things. You're just doing better things. But I wanted to talk about this because it's just like, oh God, like the amount, I'm just so over it. Like I'm so over the excuses. Like, okay, you get one free, here's what I will say. There's a different energy behind venting and complaining or just making excuses. And you can feel it. Like if somebody's like, look, I just got to vent for a second. And they just got to get it all out so that that space is now out of their body so they can think clearly and they can move forward. That is very different. And I have people in my life who like, it does not bother me at all when they need to vent because I know the reason they're venting is so they can get that space out of their head to move to a solution. That doesn't bother me at all. But if you're calling me every single day, venting about the same thing, and then 6 months go by, and then a year goes by, and you're still doing it, eventually you have no interest in moving towards a solution. You just want somebody to feel bad for you and listen to you complain. And I'm not going to do that. And I don't want anybody to do that for me either. It's so funny. I can remember this so vividly, like 2 years ago. Once I have told a negative story one time, I don't really want to tell it again. So like if I have an experience, and this happens all the time, I just need to like tell it once to get it out and then I'm ready to move on. I don't need to keep telling everybody over and over and over because eventually there's a part where I consciously am realizing where I'm like, I don't want to keep talking about this. It's not productive for me to keep talking about. I already talked about it once. I already said what I needed to say. I already felt what I needed to feel. I don't care to keep talking about this. And there was a moment this one time, this is a couple of years ago. I don't remember what I was talking about, honestly, but like it was like the third person, and it's just because like they hadn't heard what was going on or something. And like at that point, like the third person I'm telling, I am tired of hearing the story. And so I like told the person, I was like, this is what's going on, etc. And they're like, oh my God, I feel so sorry for you. That person saying that in that moment, I was like, wait, what? No. That's all you needed to say for me to now no longer want to tell that story. Like, I actually don't want pity. Pity is not helpful for me. I'm done. I don't need to talk about it anymore. Like, that was enough. Like, I'm ready to move on. I'm ready to move on. Thank you very much. Like, I know you were just being nice, but no. Don't feel sorry for me. So it's interesting though, like you got to ask yourself, if you keep saying the same things, repeating the same stories, kick your own ass and be like, okay, are we just venting, trying to move towards a solution? Or at this point, are we just making excuses so we don't have to change, so we don't have to be uncomfortable? Be honest with yourself. I was talking to a therapist the other day, a friend who is a therapist who's working with like a lot of people in weight loss, but also like healing trauma and all that stuff. And he was talking about how when he gets new clients, he always tells them about the different people they need in their life. They need somebody who's empathic. They need somebody who's this, who's that, but that everybody needs a truth teller. And I was like, yes, I believe that 100%. We all need a truth teller. And like, some people don't know like what that means. Like, what do you mean a truth teller? And it's like, the truth teller is the person who, it's interesting because the truth teller is the person who probably cares about you more than anybody, but sometimes it doesn't seem that way because they will tell you the truth, even if it hurts your feelings. Like, they don't care if it hurts your feelings. They're going to tell you what you need to hear that nobody else is telling you. But that truth teller is also going to be the person that's there the next day and stays in your life. Like, they're not running away. They're not scared of whether or not you like them. They care about you. They love you. And because of that, they're always going to be honest and tell you the truth. And if it hurts your feelings, it's not intentional. They're not there to make sure that like you never feel pain. They're there because they want you to be happy and live your best life. But they're also the people, they're going to be there the next day and the next day and the next day. Everybody needs that person. If you don't have that person in like a close relationship, consider this podcast your truth teller. This can be your truth teller. If you don't want to get it from the podcast, you can get it from a therapist. If you can't get it from a therapist, put forth energy and intention in, hey, I want to make a friend who can not only be like a best friend and a close friend, but is going to tell me the truth when I need to hear the truth. Everybody needs that. And if you don't have that and you don't want that, you got to ask yourself why. Because you don't really want to change? Well, that's fine. If you don't want to change, you can stay exactly where you are, but quit acting like everybody else is the problem. Just admit it. I just need to coast for a while. I just kind of need to be lazy for a while. Okay. That's okay. If you tell me that, I'd be like, okay, cool. At least I know you want to be lazy. I can support that. When you don't want to be lazy, I'll support that too. But don't tell me that you want to take care of your health and then do nothing about changing that. Make sure that the things that you do and the things that you say line up. I told somebody else this recently too, because he was talking about like wanting to clean up his health and take care of his nutrition. He may or may not be listening to this. It doesn't really matter. Like, we've already had this conversation. But yet, and I had like done his nutrition programming, gave him his vitamin and mineral and supplement programming, mindset coaching, went through like the whole plan, everything. Said like, you need to spend this much time every day in like mindset and meditation. You need to exercise this much. These are the vitamins and supplements. This is what you need to be eating. Here's what we're going to do. And then like 4 days a week, he's like going out with friends, having drinks, hasn't really exercised, hasn't really slept that much. And this went on for weeks. And eventually I told him, I was like, listen, you told me you want to clean up your health. You want to feel better. You want to get your confidence back. You want to improve everything of your life. You want to get back to your true self. Yet you continue to choose things and act in a way that is not in alignment with that. And he was talking about how he's like, no, I really don't want to drink, but my friends drink. So like, I need to just like figure this out. And like, it's so interesting when I hear things like that, because I'm like, what is there to figure out? If you don't want to drink, don't drink. Who cares if you are around 100 people who are drinking? You say no. No, I don't feel like drinking. I'm taking care of my health right now. You guys do whatever you want to do. Don't worry about me. No, I don't want to go eat an entire bag of Doritos and eat an entire box of pizza just because you guys are. Like, you're not a chameleon. People can't tell you what to do. Make up your mind of who you want to be, what matters to you, and then stop betraying yourself by choosing things that are not in alignment with that. Every single time you sit with yourself and you make a choice, this is what I want, this is who I am, and then you go out and you get around somebody else and you're a different person, or you are in a tough situation where you need to stand by your own word and you do something different. Every time you do that, the only person you are hurting and betraying is yourself. You don't want to drink, then you go around friends and you drink. Who's the person that's going to feel like shit the next day? You, not your friends. You want to lose weight, but you keep going out and binge eating and drinking. Who's going to feel like shit about that? Not the person who served you the food, you. You want a happy, fulfilling, intimate, connected relationship? Then quit staying in the ones that aren't that. You want friends who are honest and loyal? Quit spending time with people who aren't that. You want to get good sleep? Quit getting on social media till 1, 2 o'clock in the morning. Like, it's not that hard, guys. You just have to get out of your own story, get out of your own head, quit getting so wrapped up in your own excuses, and give yourself a little kick in the ass and be like, all right, enough is enough. If you really want to change yourself and change your life and have the things that you say you want in life and change what's going on in our world, then quit blending in, be brave, stand out, empower yourself, sit with yourself, and start directing your energy, your choices, your behaviors in the direction that is in alignment with who you keep saying you want to be. Otherwise, stop talking about it. Stop saying it. If you have no intention on changing, then keep your mouth shut and accept that. I think it's a good place to stop. Yeah. I mean, bottom line, you already know this. That's the thing, is like the whole topic of conversation of like, why do we know what to do, but we don't do it? You already know this. You just needed somebody who quits letting you play into your own excuses. That's all. You already know everything that I'm saying. You've just been surrounded by people that are like feeling sorry for you or letting you get away with it. And I don't want you to get away with it because I genuinely want you to be happy, healthy, and to live your absolute best life. That's what I want for all of us. Stop focusing on what you can't do and focus on what you can do. I'm not going to keep sounding like a broken record. That's the bottom line. Shift your focus and where you put your energy, and you will start to transform your life. All right. That's it, guys. Be sure to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, as I will continue to produce episodes like this. Like I said before, I am also making some changes. They're in the works right now, but trust me, you will be the first to know when it all starts to happen and comes out. I'll be super excited about it. Yeah. Subscribe. Let me know what you think about this episode. If you know somebody in your life who is a complainer and making excuses, or somebody who just needs to be reminded, hey, take back your power, quit acting like you're powerless, and get your shit together, send them this podcast episode. If you're afraid to say what I just said to them, I would be happy to say it for you. But anyways, I hope you have a wonderful day. I hope this gave you exactly what you needed to move forward with your life. And until next time, I'll see you in the next Phoenix Rising episode. Bye, guys.